Hello guys, TM here. Today I'm going to be reviewing RoboQuest, which is a roguelite action FPS game. Before I get into the review, I quickly want to say I was given a review copy in order to make a review on this game. However, my opinions will still remain objective in order to further improve the game and bring awareness to my audience. Now that we got that out the way, let's get into the review. The story of RoboQuest is a young female called Max who stumbles across a robot in hopes of having a chance to fight back against the bots. She activates the robot and she begins on an adventure where she fights through the bots in order to give humanity a chance to survive. As she goes through fighting the bots, she finds a boss called Digimole who attempts to stop her from progressing forward. After this fight, we are able to defeat Digimole and are able to examine his body, where we find a map and are given a location to travel. We arrive at a giant gate which, after opening, we continue to move forward and battle through the bots. This is when we meet an enemy called Sir Catacoaster, which we must battle. After defeating the enemy and examining their body, we find out that the bots were created in order to help the humans find a solution to something. However, something occurs as the bots start to rampage and rebel against the humans. This is where the story currently ends, as with future updates, more info on the story will be released. In order to progress in RoboQuest, we start at the base, which we can upgrade through skill points. These skill points are earned by progressing into the game, for example completing a stage. We are able to upgrade many parts of the base, which give us new artifacts such as carrying an extra weapon, loadouts that give us new characters, number of cores and weapons that can be increased, as well as many more. Before starting a run, we are able to choose our loadout and artifacts. At this current time, I have found 3 of each. The loadouts do feel unique and different from each other, as they have different melee abilities as well as their skill. These can be, for example, summoning turrets or shooting a missile. The artifacts, although very different from each other, are a bit imbalanced, as the jetpack in my opinion is a must for every run, especially against the last boss, who is able to turn the platform into substance like lava that burns you. When starting a run, we are able to open containers that give us a weapon or core before opening the gate and battling the bots. As we progress through the gate, we can find special zones colored orange or green. The orange zones contain a puzzle or challenge that we are able to do and are given a reward. I found this quite enjoyable, as there are a wide variety of challenges every time I restart and does not feel repetitive or boring. The green zones are sometimes in a hidden area that we must find and are given a reward once reached. As we go through the stages, we are able to then move to the next environment. There are 4 environments in total at the moment. The gameplay of RoboQuest is absolutely amazing, as the first person action is done brilliant and there are a wide variety of weapons in the game. These can be, for example, lasers, bows, explosives, rifles, dual wields, razor blades, as well as many more. Some of the weapons also have second abilities which can make combat very enjoyable. An example is a weapon that is able to deploy an automatic turret that shoots down foes for you. There are also different categories these weapons are put in. There are assault, precision, explosive, and technology. The more the player is able to invest their core in these categories, the higher the attack damage will go to. Some weapons are also duos, meaning there can be a mix, for example precision and assault. I like this feature, as the player is able to switch their core at any time and go from an assault build to an explosive build. This also motivates the player to try out new weapons that may be in a different category. As the player defeats the enemies and collect the experience from their body, they are then able to level up. They can then choose from a wide variety of options. These can be increasing health, increasing the category points by 1, or increasing your skill ability. The player is also able to gain new traits that can synergize with the player's weapons and items. An example can be a trait that shoots lightning on bullet weapons. Later in the game, I also ended up attaining another trait that if the enemy is hit with lightning, then that lightning will spread to other nearby enemies and damage them. This makes combat very enjoyable, as the player is able to attain new combos as well as make their build feel very special and unique to them. I found the visuals very enjoyable, as I am a big fan of cel shaded art style. I also loved the weapons design, as they didn't look very bland and felt amazing. I've had no crashes, FPS drops, or bugs, so there isn't much to discuss here. In conclusion, RoboQuest is an outstanding FPS roguelite that is very addictive and an awesome game to play. I highly recommend you guys to try this game out, as there isn't much in the market compared to RoboQuest. If you have enjoyed the video, check out my channel for more reviews. Also let me know down in the comments below if there was anything I was supposed to talk about but missed out on. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you liked my review and be sure to expect more coming. I'll see you guys in the next video. TM out.